Hi, and welcome to Real Life with Jenny. My name's Jenny Sanaparatna. Grab your favorite drink and a snack, and we will get started. Today, I am drinking vanilla caramel black tea. Yes, it's the tea that I drink when I'm praying for pastors' wives across the world, and it's the tea that I send to pastors' wives just to let them know that I'm praying for them. And I am eating a kind breakfast peanut butter bar. I am super excited about this. I got this from a pastor's wife that I actually got to speak at her church this week to the ladies, and it was a blast. And now I'm reaping the rewards of having the snack. Woot woot. All right, let's get real. So I have shared in past podcasts that I am a kidney stone person. I am one of those chosen few who gets to pass kidney stones more often than the average bear. In fact, I spent over 11 years passing kidney stones at least once a month. It was a crazy time in my life where I actually learned to work through kidney stones. I'd be at work and I'd pass a kidney stone at work because I could not take the time that I needed to actually heal from each kidney stone that I passed because, first of all, they were coming so frequently, there wasn't a lot of time to heal between the two. And also, I just had to get to the point that you were surviving through them, right? I was just like, here we go, we have another kidney stone. I can't call into work. I still need to bring my daughter to school. My husband's on the road. Like, the dog still needs to go out. Like, there's so many pieces that your world just couldn't stop. And now, if you have a kidney stone, I do not suggest powering through. That is not a good idea because you do not heal fully. It is a very it was a very difficult season in my life. Very, very difficult for me. And so 3 years ago, I ended up in the ER with a kidney stone, and I've shared that on another podcast, and it was such a miracle how God worked it. But since then, I have been kidney stone free. And so on Friday night, I am at a women's event that I'm speaking at, and I'm so excited to be there. It's some of my favorite people, and they are a loving, wonderful, charismatic group of ladies that I just absolutely love their energy. And I'm there and I'm drinking my water because I drink about 100 ounces of water a day because of kidney stones, because I'm like, I'm not going to go down this road again. And I'm sitting there and all of a sudden I get a very familiar ting in my back. And that's where my kidney stones always start, is in my back. And I was like, oh no, this is not a kidney stone. This is just me being nervous or, whatever. And so the pastor's wife got up and she was introducing me, and I could feel that it was a kidney stone. Like, I knew in my heart. I'm like, okay, here we are. It's a kidney stone. And so I got up and I'm speaking on what I'm super passionate about right now, because the Lord is taking me through the journey of going from surviving to thriving. I've spent so many years of my life just trying to get through. And I've shared that it's my word of the year, thrive. And so I was sharing that with the ladies. And as I was walking, I remember thinking, should I change what I'm speaking about? Because right now, I'm not thriving. Right now, I'm struggling. And so I didn't. I spoke on thriving, and it was a fabulous time. And I got home, and I was like, okay, it's a really small stone. Like, I can tell it's not super painful. It is not. I knew it wasn't going to knock me out for days. It was just that, honestly, discouragement was really the honest word for it. I was just so discouraged. I shared with my husband and daughter the next day that I was passing a kidney stone, and it was okay. Don't worry about it. I can still make dinner. Like, I'm still doing fine. And it wasn't even like me being tough. It was just a really small stone. But I was so discouraged. I was so beaten up. I was so like, I've taken 7 steps backwards. I've been kidney stone free for years now. For 3 years, I've been kidney stone free, and now I'm not, and I'm starting over from scratch. And I was just so like, ugh, I, like I can't even put it into words, right? You feel like you've made this progress, that saying 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. That's really what I felt like. I felt like I have been making steps and progress, and I just went backwards. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't want to tell my family. I did not want to tell you because I'm like, here I am. I failed again. Like, I have been doing everything I know how to do to prevent kidney stones. I'm on a special diet. I drink lots of water. I'm on the medication. I'm seeing my doctor. Like, I am doing everything textbook right. And my body still goes, oh, let's do this. Yay, yay. So as I was pondering and kind of, maybe I would call it spiraling out of control, I'm like, what do I do? I need to make major life changes. And, I remembered what my theme is for my family. So when I was a kid, the saying was practice makes perfect. So you practice and you're going to be perfect. You practice and eventually you'll be perfect. And I changed that in my family, and I don't know if it's a common saying because it's such a common saying for us. And I've changed it to practice makes progress. You progress and get better. You may never be perfect, but you do make progress if you continue to practice. And that kind of came to me as I was thinking about this kidney stone and how I was like, should I stop taking my medications? Maybe I need to find a new doctor. Maybe I need to, I don't know. I was kind of like, let's change my whole diet. I was definitely discouraged and trying to like not have this happen again. Now, to be fair, I have not fully come to a new conclusion. I've not decided what I'm going to do to change things. In fact, I don't think I'm going to. I think it is a practice makes progress kind of situation. And I know that God is faithful and that I have not had a major kidney stone attack in 3 years, and I refuse to like go down the path that like life is over. I know that this may just be me, but so often you can hit a roadblock in life, in your finances, in your job, with your kids, with so many relationships, that you feel like you're making progress and then you hit a roadblock, or the floor falls up from beneath you and you fall, and we give up. And we're like, that's not working. I'm not going to do it anymore. I know that happens a lot with diets and lifestyle changes, that you exercise and you eat right and no progress is being made. And you're like, what's the point? And you give up. And really, it was just around the corner that the progress was going to be shown. The weight was going to come off, or your strength was going to come up. You were just so close and you give up. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to continually give up on things that I'm making progress in, but I'm not really seeing it. Like, I know I'm doing the right things, but I'm not seeing the results. And so I want to encourage all of you this week that you may hit a roadblock. Hopefully you're not passing a kidney stone, but it is not time to give up. Thriving is not about having it all together. Thriving is not about everything being perfect. Thriving is about making progress and getting to the next level. It is not about the perfect way of getting there, because those stumbling blocks may actually be things that you learn from and help you thrive even faster, or thrive in a new way, or grow in a new way. Maybe that's a word that you need to hear, is grow instead of thrive. I want to get to the next level in so many parts of my life, in my finances, in my relationships with my daughter and my friends and my husband. I want to be a better wife and a better mom and a better friend. I want to be a better speaker. I want to thrive. I want to grow in those areas. I want to grow in my relationship with God. And I want to have a more intimate relationship with Him, where I'm not getting discouraged in the small things, that I'm not letting the stumbling block of kidney stones make me go, God, did you really heal me? because that's really not the truth. He has healed me. I have had one small kidney stone, and I'm not going to give up on his healing and his provision in that area. And I just pray this week, this is my prayer for you, that there's a stumbling block that you have hit in the last couple weeks or months, or maybe even the last hour. And you're questioning whether you should give up, and you're feeling discouraged, and you're feeling alone, and you're feeling like there is no progress happening here. And I want you to know that this is just a small stumbling block. This is not the end of the road. This is not the end of the road. This is just a learning opportunity. I don't know. I hate when people say that. Don't you? I hate when people say that. But it's truth. It really is. That's the problem. It's the truth. I want you to keep practicing. I want you to keep going. I want you to keep going after those goals. Don't let one little hiccup stop you from going after the goal that God gave you this year. It is April, and many of us have already given up on our New Year's resolutions, and I am encouraging you to pick those back up and say, wait a minute, I had these for a reason. Let's go back, and I hit a couple stumbling blocks, but let's keep going. Practice makes progress, not perfection. We're not looking for perfection, we're looking for progress. Well, that is all I have for you this week. You can find us at Real Life with Jenny on Instagram and on Facebook. We would love to have you come and just join the community, and we would love to hear from you there. You can also find my information at christconnection.cc/Jen. That is a great place to connect, and you can see our ministry there and everything that God is doing. You can even sign up for our newsletter that my husband writes, and see what is happening in our lives that were maybe a little more, you find out more information there just about things in general than what I'm saying on the podcast. Anyway, I pray this week that you stop focusing on the stumbling blocks and start focusing on what your goal is. It is time to go from surviving to thriving. It is time to stop focusing on the stumbling blocks and the things that are keeping you back and focus on where you want to go. Let's refocus and see what God can do as we give it to Him and we trust, Lord, you've got this. We know you love us and you have a plan. Help us meet the goal despite all the stumbling blocks. And trust me, there are a lot of stumbling blocks in my life, day after day after day. And I have to set aside my discouragement and know that I have an ultimate goal. And my ultimate goal with kidney stones is to not have them. I don't know what yours are, and I don't know what your goals are, but I do know that you serve a God who loves you and wants what's best for you. You all have a great week.